Okay. This is a new song. I'm not going to tell you what it's called. You can read. You can read, right? This is a song about magic. I really like magic, but I don't like chaos magic. I think the chaos magic is, one, it's not a real thing, and people who think that it is, I'm not gonna say that they're not smart people, because I'm sure that there's plenty of smart people who think that chaos magic is a thing. But I would say that there's some ignorance, and like the people who originally made it, they're delusional. Something new, that they came up with something like a new idea, but it's not a new idea. It wasn't a new idea at the time. I'm getting some feedback still, even though I turned the mics down, so just I apologize. But like, here's the thing, is that before they called it chaos magic, it was just hermetics, and hermetics was already like an all-encompassing occult philosophy, which is exactly what chaos magic claims to be. So the issue is that, like, the main alleged innovation of chaos magic is that rather than pigeonholing yourself into just one specific occult philosophy, chaos magic is like, let's embrace everything. Let's embrace Eastern and Western mysticism and everybody's new, crazy ideas, whatever anybody can think of what magic could be. But hermetics was already doing that forever. Hermetic scholars and magicians in that tradition already studied all the different traditions from both the East and the West and injected their own ideas into it. Chaos magic is not any different. Chaos magic is not any different. You're not special because the word chaos is in the kind of magic that you study. It's all hermetics. It's all hermetics. It's all just hermetics. It's all hermetics. It's still just hermetics. It's the same thing. It's just, they decided to call it chaos magic so that they could sell some more books. It's just a money thing. It's a marketing thing. Chaos magic sounds cool. It sounds really cool, doesn't it? Like, as soon as you hear chaos magic, that sounds like a really cool thing. magician too, but it's not anything new.
It's just hermetics.
People get into magic for any number of reasons. I wonder personally if if it's exclusively people who are raised religiously, I feel like that probably kind of opens the door into like thinking about that stuff and thinking that it could be real, you know.
I think a lot of people who study magic don't necessarily 100% believe that it's real, but they're just curious. They're very curious.
And I think pretty much everybody who gets curious about magic, they're just gonna find some random book that looks appealing to them, and they're gonna read it. And like, that's fine, I guess. You know, what you're gonna do is you pick up your random book.
You're gonna read the stupid book that you found, whatever it is. Some book on chaos magic, or some book on hermetics, or
some book on witchcraft. Witchcraft is great. Witchcraft
is also just hermetics again. It's all just hermetics again.
It's all the same thing. It's just people call it different things so to market it.
To market it to different demographics, it's just capitalism at work.
People want to be witches, so they grabbed hermetics and called it witchcraft. People want to be chaos magicians, so they just grabbed hermetics and called it chaos magic. But what you're gonna do if your curiosity is piqued, you're gonna get a book about whatever thing you think sounds cool, and you're gonna read it, and it's gonna be like, here's some rituals that you can do. And then you're gonna try it. You're gonna try them, and you know. And the crazy thing is that regardless of whether you picked it up and it says it's witchcraft, or you picked it up and it says it's magic, or even if it's like, you know, then a different tradition entirely, which would be like, you know, like mystical yoga, right? Like that would be something, like that's not hermetics. That's one thing that's not actually hermetics. Hermetics borrows from Hindu mysticism, and you know, and by extension, so does you know, like witchcraft and chaos magic. But ultimately, you should just go read Franz Barden, because he's the only person who ever wrote a book about magic that actually seems like he might know what he's talking about. Thank you.